Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Monday, February 5th, 2024, and we are celebrating Black History Month. It is Mental Health Monday. We're coming off the weekend. The Grammys was last night. Celtics game was last night. There was a lot going on this weekend, and so we're going to check in about that later. But listen, we have a staple. You all have asked about her over the past few weeks since she was last here, and so she's back with us today. I do want to say we're going to talk from a perspective about where we are sort of with Black mental health in America. Dr. Brandy Brooks is not a clinician, but she moves in the space of supporting Dee Dee's Cry as the operations director and also as an educator. And so we're going to talk from that perspective. She's a researcher. I get to spend this weekend with her at the Black Mental Health While Black event out at Encore. So just a note for that, from Wednesday to Monday, I'm going to be offline. So just to put that note out there. But listen, we're going to bring her in to chat with us, to catch up as well. I'm sure she has some opinion. She says she doesn't have a story today. I'm sure something will hit her by the time she gets ready to get on screen. So without further ado, let's bring back a charter member, a staple, sometimes a co-host, and just all around. Dr. Brandy, what's going on?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? You coming in all nice and clear. You sound good. You look good. Where's the dog?
Hold on. You see my Black History Month fingernails?
No, that just looked like something ran.
Oh, no. Y'all already know Coco right here with her Reebok on. Yes.
Coco's not feeling it this morning. She was like, hi, Coco.
Yeah, she definitely not.
She'll look a little bit at that. Hi, Coco. Okay, no Coco this morning. So Dr. Brandy, what's going on with you? It's been about 6 weeks, a month and a half since you were last here?
Yes. It's been a banger of the start of 2024. From starting with, and I'm sure everybody will get this reference, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and that is unlike you, to February. Some of y'all don't even belong in categories. This year has been interesting, very interesting.
So let's just clarify. I have a clarifying question.
Mm-hmm.
This allegiance to losers is that's
reference to Club Shay Shay and what's his name, Cat Williams' interview on Club Shay Shay. And yes. I guess,
but why you say
well, I guess the reason why I say that is because
about the Falcons.
No. I'm gonna bring it all around, but it's because this year has started with very much so, I don't want to say like tea or truth telling, but I guess revealing. For me, the start of 2024 has been revealing. And if you think about the Cat Williams interview where he just was like, wow.
Cat Williams got diarrhea of the mouth.
Yes. Then you think about what Jay-Z did last night in terms of his truth. Again, his truth and how he felt about the Grammys. It feels like 2024 going to be one of those years in terms of it's going to be a revealing year. And we got elections. 2024.
We got elections. We got We got people over at the cast. We got
Yeah, I mean, it's so much going on. And we still have folks, and this is a recurring issue, in terms of just not being able to pay and afford and do. And so this year, and again, I mean this in a very real sense, is it's going to reveal the best of us and the worst of
and the
us, is
worst.
what I really, really, really feel. And I see all y'all in the chat. Welcome. I'm so glad to be back.
Don't get distracted. Keep talking, Jesus.
I know, right? Sorry, y'all. Today, I'm gonna be real honest. My brain is like hamster this morning.
It's all over the place.
It's been hamster. But my go-to morning jam again has been, y'all. Forgive me, y'all know I can't sing. You got a fast car. I gotta take it anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Like, okay, so
I don't know that.
it's Tracy Chapman Fast Cars. Hello. And my friends know I like Tracy. I didn't even really know or what her song meant at that time, except for it was like hope for me when I was listening to it. It was just a hopeful, even though it was talking about really dark
Places
themes
and spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, I really felt it was hopeful because it was always like you have you have a chance no matter what. You have a chance. And y'all, last night, Tracy, hello, was looking the shea butter and moisturizer and woo.
So I need
Yes.
to admit, I was watching the game. I had a proposal due this morning that I kept putting off. And so it didn't even hit me that the Grammys was last night. Nice cup.
Yeah, I ain't watched the Grammys.
Oh, nice cup, Dr. Brandy.
Oh, yes. So y'all know this,
So
this
how'd y'all do?
coming. Okay, how'd y'all do? Mm, 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 mm. And the former coach can't even get a job now. I was listening to Hot 97, was it Hot 96? And they were like, maybe it'll be like a Mighty Ducks story that Bill Belichick will go and coach at like a high school and then like redeem himself. So
Bill Belichick at a high school
look,
is
it ain't happening. It ain't happening. But so don't be hating on the Falcons because they did better than somebody this year. But again,
shot by Uno. Do you and Obi? Do you hear over? We got folks over. We on Instagram now, Dr. Brandy. Do y'all hear Dr. Brandy talking trash about the Patriots? I mean,
no. Okay, look before y'all come for me, because don't be sending me no messages. Because first of all, I don't even be checking them. But but no. Now y'all know I'm a realistic fan. Patriots, one of the best teams ever. I don't want to get into, are they better than the 49? Look, they one of the best, period, in the story. Tom Brady, first ballot Hall of Famer. Bill Belichick, first ballot Hall of Famer as a coach. Like, that is undeniable. Undeniable.
However,
but how to the ever? Okay.
Cliff said,
How to the ever?
So
to the ever?
I got to go back because in the beginning,
everybody comes back. Father Time.
Listen,
is undefeated.
When we started in the beginning and you said allegiance to losers, I'll be honest, I thought that's where you were going.
No. I was referencing the Cat Williams, because literally when the Cat Williams stuff came out, I didn't even know, like what Clem Shay Shay was. I don't really I just don't have time. But my siblings were like, Brandy, you gotta watch it. Like, just listen to it in the background. So I put it on in the background. I was just like,
I tried to watch it, and in the first hour, I was on T overload. I was teed out. I'm like, he's just breaking down everything. And then I saw he's just, you know what it is? I really need to figure out, and maybe I can Google it real quick, how old Cat Williams is. He's either hitting 40 or 50. And I think that it's a settling into who he is, because he kept saying, what 19 world tours and something. He had receipts. He had receipts.
Cat is on his get off my lawn. Okay, that's what I call it. Because folk always ask me, Brandy, what would be happiness, or like if you had to picture what that looks like.
Dr. Brandy, what's going on in Roxbury?
What ain't going on in Roxbury?
So I got to be honest.
What ain't going on? Like, y'all, this year, I'm telling, like, revealing.
Very revealing. I got to be honest. I used to live up in Dorchester. At least once a year, there's a shooting in front of the house. Hear gunshots twice a month. I get over here, and everybody's like, "Oh, Jimmy, you're in Fort Hill now." Blah 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 blah.
Oh, where you at?
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, no, where you at?
I mean, I'm all of probably 5 minutes, I think, away from you.
Dude,
I'm not revealing that one here.
Yeah. We can talk offline.
We in the Fort Hill, but I'm also a stone's throw away from St. Joe's. So I hear police and other stuff here, just as almost, if not more, as I do in Dorchester. And so, Deprecia, thank you. We're going to go back. Cat Williams is 52.
Yeah, so he comfortably sitting on his rocking chair and telling everybody, get off my lawn. Okay, I worked hard for this lawn right here. Y'all don't manicure it. Y'all don't cut it. Y'all don't trim the hedges. Get off the lawn.
And so with that, to get to our serious point, Dr. Brandy, again, saying you're not a clinician, but you have a pulse on what's going on. You do research. You said there's a lot going on. I can't have a Black woman on in front of me and not talk about Dr. Gay, not talking about all of the good things that's going on with our Black women and Ayanna making, strides around a lot of things and whatnot. As a Black woman, how are you feeling from a mental health space? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Dr.
I had to sip because it's a deep moment. So I had to sip first, collect my thoughts, and say this. Yep. That's it.
So your one word for Mental Health Monday is
yep. Because I guess, and again, maybe it's the Black History Month in me right now, but it's just yep. It's just yep. We have come very far. We have achieved, and we are achieving, and we are doing amazing things. If you look at the beauty industry right now, Kate McGrath, like trailblazer, and what she did with the recent show and everything, like amazing, right? And at the same time, we still dealing with the same old okey doke. And so me personally,
let me ask you a question. Do you think it's the same or based on what you said?
No. It's the same. It's the same. I said it before. Revealing. It's the same. Okay. It is the same. The thing that's different are the strategies and the tactics.
Okay.
But the outcome is the same.
Okay. Got you. The desired outcome of those that are
the outcome is the same. I mean, even, again, I ain't watched the Grammys because I think it's boring. Just my own. I love all the artists, but I think it's boring, the show itself. And at least when I was reading this morning, the tea was that it was interesting, again, that Taylor Swift, and I love some of her music, now has the same number of album of the years as Stevie Wonder. And again, she won during years when you had Renaissance, Lemonade, and so many other. So again, we've come so far and we are achieving and all this other stuff, and yet and still. So for me, I'm good. I drink my tea, I listen to my jams, I do all of that. But I think one of the things I always think about is how are we as a community? Because for me, it doesn't matter if I do good if the community's suffering.
Well, let me push back a little bit, because the community is based on us. And we do have to have
Mama Java.
She don't know whether she want to listen on Facebook or YouTube. Mom's just on her phone, just clicking. But the community is made up from individuals. And so if more individuals are doing good, I think on Wednesday, I had the Joseph Bennett, Reverend Brown, and then Naisha talk about sort of Joseph talked about the micro impact of what he went through, and then Reverend Brown and Aisha sort of talked about the macro in reference to mental health services, availability, pressures. But we
I don't
do,
know,
I
James.
think there's no,
I,
so as a community, yes, I almost said something. I thought I forgot this wasn't after dark. As a community, we are very interesting. But I think the more of us as individuals start to focus on our mental health, the community begins to change.
well, what changes is the bubble surrounding you. And but it doesn't change the community. So I was having a very interesting conversation last week, um, about some of the successes of the civil rights movement and
Mhm.
why it was so impactful. And it was because the community, yes, there were individuals that had very key and poignant roles, right? And we know their names, we speak their names, especially going into Black History Month, because everybody act like there's only 4 or 5 names that's done something. So we speak their name, we edify their names, but the reason why the movement
Was the people.
happened was because of the people. So that's why I
Absolutely.
say is that for me, the difference between individual and community is it a moment or a movement? So yes, we can have individual moments
Yep.
where we strive, we do amazing things. Amazing. But as a community, are we moving and are we striving?
I
So
would say,
that's the only thing. That's the only thing is that I truly believe individuals can achieve.
yeah.
I do, and we
But
see it every
that
day.
is pushing community, because if we got 10 in a
No,
community, no,
no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
why
Not
isn't it?
if no, it's not because if the overriding thought isn't on community, it don't push
Well, see that
community.
okay. So then I have to own the fact that for
It
me,
don't push.
though
I
I'm
mean,
talking individual, I think communal,
I see
because
the
the more
comment.
individuals do good, if there's 10 people in a community, you're doing well, I'm doing well. 2 weeks later, Real, who's in, is doing well. Now we got 30% of the community doing well. 2 weeks later, if Dina's doing well, that's what I'm thinking. It's now I have to be fair and say, though I'm
But
talking
are
individual.
those individuals coming together though?
Well,
That's the
that's
thing.
the whole
I mean,
Dr.
come
Brandy.
on, come
That's the
on,
whole. Okay,
James.
so
James. And
that's the
we
no. It's a whole. That's a whole nother Zoom in itself, because
well then
I'm
that's what I'm
thinking
getting at.
I'm saying individual from the fact that individuals make up community and we are communal. So the more that the individuals do, and I'm not talking about individuality in the thing of just me. I'm saying almost the same thing that you're saying. We are making strides, and the more of us that do it, that is community. Now, you asked a very important question. Does it come back, and is the community in mind? For me, my individual success is always based in the fact of, okay, if I do well, that means that I got a little extra. I can go out and do this. I can do that, keep it networks together. Everybody may not have that sort of mentality. As a whole, am I concerned about community? Oh, yes. We're seeing a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
But
Dina
that's
is in from No Stones Throne Counseling and whatnot, and it from a communal standpoint, where we gotta,
we
from
got
a
a lot
mental
to
health
do.
standpoint.
We got a lot to do. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. One of the things that what I want to say worries me, but one of the things that I'm definitely attuned to, because I'm in different spaces and meetings and the stuff, is as we fully I don't want to say like there's a financial cliff, but there's a financial cliff. As a lot of the investments made during the pandemic around mental health, mental
DEI
awareness, DEI, as a lot of that goes away,
dissipates. Yep.
right? One of the things I'm concerned about is where does that leave the community?
Yep.
And again, individuals, but where does it leave the community?
I
And so that's why I
I
say
hear you.
2024 for me is going to be a revealing year. 2023 was like I don't know, it was one of those I don't want to call it like a holding pattern. For me, it was like a tab. 2023 was like a tab. like, window tab, and you
Mhm.
can close it, open it, da 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 da. Like that was 2023. It was like, let's just see what happens. Let's get to 2024.
24 is, I would go and say it's a defining year for 2020, revealing
Yeah,
and defining.
yeah,
Anna
it
says
really
something that's
is.
very interesting.
See,
We don't actually understand community. We stay behind. A few people doing well doesn't change much for us as a community. I guess the perspective in which I'm
but
talking
again,
is we're community. You and I are community. We add
yes,
more, that's community. So that's the perspective. I think that we
yeah,
are so used to me from that perspective. When we hear individual, our points of reference, our trauma and whatnot makes us like, wait, hold on. Nah, when I say individuals and community, I'm like, community is made up of individuals. So if I'm doing well, Sharon's doing well, Real's doing well, that's community. But I hear what everyone is saying. I'm just, I
but
guess because of
it's
how
the
I approach it.
connection. I think
Yeah,
it's the connective tissue in that if Sharon's doing well, you're doing well, you know, Cliff or somebody else is doing well, is your connective tissue combined to really say, okay, well, am I using what I do well and you're using what you do well to pull back, lift, and
I think
make
that is
sure
what I'm taking
that
for granted, that for me, that's a given. But
yeah.
obviously,
If
I
if
think,
we're not doing it together, then it almost, I don't want to say it nullifies your impact, but in a sense it does because it keeps the self-perpetuating ethos of,
and see,
you
that's
know,
where I think that where people, the pendulum, again, and again, it ain't all just about me. We talk individuals. It's just that the filter in which I see that and say individuals, it is for me, community and individuals in this space is like, because that's the whole goal of all of us doing better. But a lot of that doing better is in our own, we judge our own quality of
mm,
life, sort of as individuals. And then you got to see the macro. I always like to have the micro and the macro. Macro, we've made some strides,
you
but
know, James, I don't know. You said it's the goal, is all of us doing well. I don't know. One of the again, I love
then what
history.
are folks doing?
And
That
I'm reading a lot these days. That's one thing I'm so appreciative of, is being able to read and have time and space and energy to read. And one of the things I'm thinking about is, do you ever wonder, why is it that some individuals are given platforms while others are not, at least in today's time, in terms of when we think about collective community? And and there's this, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the quote. It'll come back to me after the fact, I know it. But I'm thinking about that a lot when we think about like the history of the world and why it is, like, in terms of why some cultures, continue to thrive and others don't. And so, yeah, it's very interesting. So that I do think this individual collective definitely has some play in that. And buenos dias,
Pam
Pamela.
is in the building.
Love
Let me
it.
go before I get in trouble. Sharon
Sharon
Cornelius
Cornelius.
is in the
Sharon
building.
Cornelius.
Miss Teresa's in the building. Dina, I acknowledge as well.
I'm
Miss Debbie.
look,
It's
look.
just interesting. I
Hey,
guess,
I am sipping on my water, okay? And
listen.
shout out to Miss, is it Tyler? We like water.
Oh,
She won her
Taylor
first,
or something.
yeah, Tyler.
Water.
She won, I think it was a new artist or something.
Yeah.
Again,
And
I ain't watching. So
if you ever listen to all the lyrics in there, that song is very interesting.
yes,
Um,
it is. I just like the hook.
the hook and
Okay.
the whole thing is
Look,
definitely dope. But listen,
look.
I want to close that part out about individual and macro. It's just that we
Mm,
for me, that is when you said the goal. Again, I'm wired. Dina often says I'm wired different. Yeah, there's individual, but for me, it always points back. You talk about people, certain platforms and whatnot. It is, if the goal of an individual's come up is not so they can pull up, then that's very interesting. And reach up, because sometimes it's not always pull up. You also got to reach up to pull yourself up. And then
yeah.
others, so sometimes you got to almost grab them up and then throw somebody over and you
Yeah.
wait.
But
So
James,
it's
I think there are well-intentioned folks I really do. But as they say, good, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Now
And
listen.
so, what I mean that in a real sense is that when you get a platform, when you do those things, is you have great intentions, and then somewhere along the way it becomes morphed, or I mean,
That's why I won't go
there
into an
again, I
elected
said there's
official.
a reason why these things keep happening. When you ask me how what's the state of Black women, which I hate
Mhm.
because I'm like, we're yeah, but I hate that
Not
question
a
as well.
monolith.
But
Yeah, yeah.
but no, I mean, when you think about that, it's we achieving, we pushing that ball up the hill. There ain't no snow right now, though it's February, but we pushing that boulder up the hill. We pushing it up, we pushing it up, we pushing it up. And every single year, every single decade, the mountain gets taller and taller and taller. But we keep pushing it up. And, sometimes that boulder comes rolling back down on us. Sometimes we have other women behind us like, nah, we got this. We're going to push it
Community.
up. But
Community.
but the problem is the boulder is still there,
Yep.
right? The boulder's still there. So yeah, but
It's
yeah,
definitely a
okay.
ongoing, and people's motive behind actions is always, you know, one thing, a few people I've maybe not always agreed with, and they've not agreed with me in the way I moved or they moved, but we always had commonality that we had the same end game. Hood doing better, resources, quality of life improved from an equitable standpoint. And so it's interesting because having this conversation about individuals and community and things, and I brought up the cast, it brings up a very interesting perspective about some things present. But my perspective is I think a balance of is we have to focus on it's almost the thing of the plane, and you've said this before, when the thing, if the air pressure changes and the mask comes out, you know, take care of yourself, and then you're able to help somebody else. If your intention, one, you got to survive, but immediately after you put your mask on, if you're not helping the person next to you, then for me, it's a no-brainer, and I don't get it. But and the connectivity, I'll just say in Boston is interesting. And I'll just leave that right there.
Listen.
Look, I gotta get my little pump ready for this second sip.
No, I kid you not. I was just having this conversation last week with a colleague of mine. We had a early morning tee hee hee, like, like a check-in,
Mhm.
what's going on. And we both were like, what, how do we, and one of the things we were grappling with is how do we change it? How do you start to move that needle? Because, it's one thing to say that, it's still the generation before us that is still carrying the torch. But something I'm seeing is the generation before us is like, okay, they ready to pass that torch on.
It depends
They're
now,
ready.
we're different ages because
Yeah, yeah. Again,
we had to
but
try to snatch it and we still don't have it. I gave it up and I
yeah,
passed it to the next because
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, we have to think about what's the longevity, and this is where I say the community and the babies and the youth behind us is how do we make sure that they have the tools they need to be the leaders of tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, but child, we got to do better about community in
but they're
general.
the leaders of today because again, I'm different. I realized about 10 years ago that the generation before me is they didn't pass the baton. Y'all remember back in the day, I used to try to take it. And I got to a point where I said, you know what? I don't even need the baton. Let me step back and
Well,
help y'all guide it to the
well,
next generations, to your Tony
well,
Rickards, to your
James. Okay,
it skipped
yeah.
us.
So, maybe a slight difference of that is it's not, again, I don't know because folks say I wasn't in Boston long enough, but is it that they didn't pass the baton, or did they feel you weren't ready for the
They
baton?
didn't. In some
And and
respects,
and 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 and, and did they feel like, and this is something I think about too now that folks look at me in that respect of
mhm,
like, but I think about this is am I ready to receive the baton? Because I take it with a lot of the gravitas that it needs to be, is that, if somebody looks at you as whatever, is okay, is that what I am? Am I really, like, okay, am I
Mhm.
ready to, put that on
Mhm.
and take that on? And and that's something I think about. So again, regardless of whether you were given the baton, you snatched it, you whatever, the fact of the matter is our elders are getting older, and it's now in some point going to be the next generation that needs to take the mantle.
It's that again is a very interesting convo, because there is validity to, I make the reference to old Jimmy, activists and being, making noise and whatnot. There is the also the perspective, and Manny Tickley, who I'm sure used to talk about intentional succession. Well, then
Mhm.
at some point, you need intentional relationship to have intentional succession. A couple of things in your last statement was, unfortunately, there are some people that have one foot in the grave and one foot still trying to hold on stuff, pastors, elected officials, community leaders, and whatnot. And it just is the thing. For whatever reason, there was maybe a notion of not prepared, but then there wasn't the thing of, okay, we see this, let me pull, and a couple did. Reverend Brown, Bishop Thompson, Chris Sumner, some of those folks said, hey, Hal Sparrow, hey, let me kind of pull you up and get you a little bit together. But to answer your other question about not ready and wasn't ready or whatever, there's some people that the baton should have been given 2 generations ago. And there's still, until my grandmother used to say, until it hollers. There are some that want to pass on and want to give it to those prepared, but there are some that just, I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, let's
I'm
not,
going to get in trouble. I'll
no,
just say that your
because
greatest let me end with
yeah.
this. Your greatest legacy is, because I thought about this the other day. If anything happened to me, who would I pass this platform to? Yes, it's Jimmy and whatnot, but the impact, somebody has to ensure that this type of model or whatever. And so we have to think about intentional succession. I'll just end it with this, that we need to, I'll take it to the Bible. What's the scripture? He's called the young because they're strong, and the old because they know the way. And when you really break that down, it comes down to energy and experience. When you mix those two E's, we'll all do a lot better. I'll just leave that at that.
Like I said, 2024 gonna
Is
be
going to be a
revealing.
revealing. You
I
have
can't I can't wait. Like, again, we started with you having a natural allegiance to losers, and that is unlike you. And
I'm
then we
gonna no,
went
I'm faithful.
and then we went to
Patriots
and then we went to some of y'all don't even belong in that category.
in the losers. That is terrible. If you tell somebody they don't belong in
No, no,
the losers,
no, no.
that's
But again, I think, some people take the word loser to mean like something negative,
Mhm.
but I didn't take what he meant as I mean, he was definitely throwing shade for sure, for sure. But at least my interpretation of what he said was just that if you're trying to do X, Y, and Z, sometimes not everyone can come with you the first time. Sometimes, it may take the second time or the third time or the fourth time.
But as long as you're circling back around the block,
But as long as you circle around back around the block,
I felt
something
that.
that what's his name said, Rick Ross, and again, Rick Ross, I take him in doses because almost like DJ Khaled sometimes. But something Rick Ross did say, which I found very revealing, was he said, when he got his success, he his friends, his hanger-ons and stuff like that, he had to let some of them go initially. But something he did was he made sure when he came back around to make sure all of them got degrees and got educated so that they could understand where he was trying to go and where he was trying to help them go. And so that's what I'm saying is that,
I get
a natural allegiance to losers is just sometimes, you have to help somebody get out of that mentality in order to help
Dr.
them.
Brandy, you messing in a whole different area right now
Yeah,
because
I know,
the
but
last couple of
hey,
months I've had to accept
I
a
see.
lot of changes that's going on and how it's limited my time with family. It's limited my time with a couple of things. And another perspective of that is, and it's weird because people will say, "Oh, Jimmy, he think he's all of that and now whatever." But we do have to get to a point where we are comfortable being uncomfortable because somebody else is uncomfortable with our comfort. If I had to say that, I'm glad we're recording this because I'd have to go back and look at it again. We have to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable with somebody being uncomfortable with our comfort. Well, anyway,
Look,
I'm not going to get into it because
I'm
Jules has
getting
been
close. I'm getting
listen,
close to the lawn stage myself. So
listen, Jules, and that is the thing, Dr. Brandy. Jules has been, I think where I am is dues has been paid. And like a lot of people see in the last 5-6 years, no, there's a whole 15-20 year background that folks don't know about. And they just see this. And I'm comfortable in the fact that I paid some dues. You know what I mean? And so now the comfort is all right, we're going somewhere. Dr. Brandy, I appreciate you coming in to the room this morning. Uncle Thaddeus
Good
is in the room.
morning,
Uncle Thaddeus.
everybody. Good
Naraki,
morning.
good
Good
to see you,
morning,
beautiful.
Naraki.
Auntie Java is in the room. Anna,
Oh,
happy
and
belated birthday.
shout out. I can't remember the name, but shout out to 5 years cancer free.
I saw something,
Celebrating your
Michelle.
anniversary
I
this
saw that in the
morning.
beginning. I was
Like,
gonna do that. And Michelle,
yes,
congratulations to you. We are with the Ellie Fund.
yes.
Here it is. February 5th, 2014. Buenos dias and shalom. Java with Jimmy fam. Please join me in celebrating the 5-year anniversary of my breast cancer surgery. Thankful for God and for the gift of life. Genetically resilient warrior for God. Heart 100 party. Lifted heads. We call it
Yes.
raised hand.
So I just wanted to acknowledge that
Absolutely.
before I head off. But
Absolutely.
no, I'm full of joy this morning. Again, as I said, you got a fast car. I got a ticket anywhere.
Listen, we got Auntie Java in here celebrating as well. Centoria, hopefully we got back to you. I know you reached out and did something. Let me know. If not, nudge the team. Dr. Brandy, go ahead. I'm going to make a few announcements, and then thank you so much for being here.
Yes, I love being in this space. Love, love all the love. Thank you. Yeah, right, Teresa. I think I need a contract, okay, with auto tune and everything else. Psh,
Dr. Brandy, get off the screen, Jesus.
what? You got a fast car. I gotta take it to anywhere. You're not gonna block my Tracy Chapman joy this morning.
We thank God for it. You know what? You're about to get me in trouble.
No, but I just love it that again, a singer songwriter, she has owns all her publishing, owns all her stuff, and the fact that Luke Wilson has reintroduced this beautiful black woman to a new generation, like yo, Tracy. Oh,
So I'm from the old generation, and back in the day, we wasn't. I don't know if we had the maturity back then to appreciate Tracy, because to me, I was like, Tracy.
yes.
Tracy,
You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. I've been working at the convenience store.
Tracy,
just a little bit of money.
Sade, whatever her name is.
What?
What?
Oh my goodness. It's no ordinary love. What? And again, I was young. I didn't know what they were talking about, but I love Sade. What my college roommate will tell you. I bought her album and I played it to where she was like, we need to switch roommates. you go drive me crazy with this.
Nothing.
Album.
She can smooth her. What's her face?
No,
the little Anita Baker is Anita Baker is growing on me. But Sade keeps it, and it just is
Sade. No, I love Sade, but I couldn't go to a concert because I would be at a concert like I'm not even lying because I've gone to sleep at concerts, but I'd be at a Sade concert. As beautiful as I love her music, I'd be like, because there ain't no, you need in between all that, you need something that's like a little ratchet so your heart pumping, right? Like you need something,
Dr. Brandy is setting y'all up. She about to quote some lyrics, some ratchet lyrics. That's what she's doing.
You need
Making a reason
something.
to be ratchet.
Yeah. Try Jesus, but not me. You need something, right? You need something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical difficulties this morning.
Right? Nicole, right? Sade, right? I got a fast car. I gotta take it anywhere.
Miss Teresa said you need a fast car.
Right? Okay. So, James, before I get off, here's the thing I loved about Sade, Tracy, and some of those other artists. You know them immediately when they come on. Think about it. When we listen to the radio these days, do you really know who you like?
I know Jasmine. I know Faith. I know.
No,
Kiki,
I know, but I'm saying the sound. I'm saying the song.
Gladys.
Gladys. Patty. You naming people that's been in the industry 20, 30 years.
I said Jasmine.
I'm talking about Jasmine.
Tracy been in the business for 30 years.
Okay, again, I'm talking about
Sade's been in the business for 40.
Y'all can see the brother-sister interaction. I'm talking about right now.
I just
you turn on the radio. You turn on the radio. Would you be like, oh yeah, that's unique? No, you'd be like, they sound all the same. Again, they sound all the same. So for me, I appreciate that where I can listen and I'll be like, yeah,
I appreciate their artistry. There's just a certain, when you grow up in for me, when you grow up in church, there's a certain timbre.
I grew up in church. My grandma was the director, the piano, and we'd be in the second row. The second, because she wouldn't have us in the first, but we'd be in the second row, and she would look across at us because the piano would be over here and the pew. She would look across at us. So my sister and I, if we did something, or my cousin and I, we in there cutting up, she would be playing, and she'd go,
here we go.
That's all. Just this.
This is the type of artistry I like. Alex Isley, her, Jasmine, they have their individual.
It's great. Her is great. Even
Jasmine Sullivan. SZA, I got a sheet.
But again, it's only a couple of songs. It's only a couple of songs.
Yeah, because SZA got some interesting lyrics.
But again, y'all, when I say my music is eclectic, okay, so as I was listening to Tracy this morning, I then went to listening to Chant of the Islands by Fiji.
What's that? Some Afrobeat type?
It's Polynesian.
Okay.
It's Polynesian, and it's just about love for the earth and islands and everything. But y'all, I'm telling you, my catalog. But anyways, today's jam, you got a fast car.
I'm going to Dr. Brandy.
But I love y'all, and y'all have a beautiful day. And everybody, think about your fast car for 2024. Again, it don't literally mean a car, right? It just means, what is that thing that's been holding you back that you need to acknowledge, confront, so that you can move forward, right? So that you can move forward into whatever 2024 has in store for you. So what's your fast car? What's going to be your revealing moment for you?
Just make sure you have the right tracks playing when you're driving.
Hey, it don't even matter about the tracks. What matters is the destination.
Up! I felt it. Hallelujah.
Hey, y'all, you got a fast car.
Dr. Brandy, will you let it go? I need that car to just go zoom. Dr. Brandy, thank you for being here today. We definitely appreciate it. We'll get you back real soon. We got Women's History Month coming next month. I'm going to see you on Friday at the Mental Health Bar.
You know what? I'm mad at Pam.
Look. Pam figured it out. Hold on. We can't put a GIF and other things, but Pam is using. So if y'all want to put symbols and we show them on the screen, Pam, thank you. Put an emoji. She said, and it's a red car at that. It was a red car. You didn't see it? Stop
Yes,
reading the thing and
right?
getting stuck. Naraki said, can we talk about the black artists were on fire at the memorial tribute at the Grammys? Fantasia, Jean Baptiste, and I didn't get this. I got to go back and watch
Yo,
it.
Fantasia, it with the I didn't watch it live, but they said it was a full circle moment because the song she sang was the song she sang to audition for
American Idol.
Idol. And so, and I love the story.
Wait, hold on. The way that I know that Fantasia performed very, very well is, did she get up
Because
there?
they said Beyonce.
Hold on.
Like,
Did she do this when she was singing?
Look,
you know when she be singing,
look, that's what she do. Y'all know Fantasia. Like, if for me, I was like, oh, okay, she kept her shoes on, because I've seen her at Essence taking off a shoe. She hit one note, she'd be like, oh, I'm taking off my own shoe. I'm gonna throw my own shoe at myself, because that's how good.
Fantasia is another example of
Oh, speaking of which, so I'm late, y'all. I'm real late, but I just finally saw The Color Purple.
I ain't seen it yet.
So I saw it last week, and I got thoughts, but we'll
Hold on,
see.
now she said that bottom lip was she act like she about to get filled with the Holy Ghost.
No, she does I call it the Angela Bassett, like
that's her church orientation.
It's her church orientation too, but it's just the emotion for her is right here. Right here.
See, it is, but Sensoria knows what that is. That's out of her coming in church.
It's the emotion. Her emotion is right here because her gift is here.
Her gift is
that's gift. Her, and she has a real gift. It is undeniable. Fantasia will be one of those artists. Okay, only when I see you. Can I walk by?
Now, what you just made me think of is Fantasia at 65. Walking.
Look, Fantasia at 65 still gonna be doing that thing. And
you know who I thought about? Fantasia at 65. Given very either Angela or who is the other sister? What's her face? The one that walked away in the movie when she said, "I wonder if he's watching me when I walk away from." I think it was Waiting to Exhale. What's her name? The sister, she's in all the time.
Oh, you mean oh my gosh, what's
both
her name?
of us about to lose our cards.
She was in Dreamgirls, the original Dreamgirls.
She was in Dreamgirls. No, she was in Dreamgirls, the movie, and she sang when
but she was in Loretta Devine was in the original Dreamgirls.
Thank you.
She was in the original stage play. She was in the original stage play with Jennifer Holly, because literally that is one of my.
Thank you, Michelle.
Look. That's another, y'all. That's another. You know what? That's another music on the go jam. Is Jennifer Holliday singing? And I am telling you, from when they did it at the Tony Awards in 1981, y'all go look that up on YouTube. What amazing! Cheryl Lee was in that too, who's now in Abbott Elementary singing Loretta Devine, and then you had Jennifer. What it is, I kid you not, I watch that performance probably once every 6 months, and it hit me the same. But today is
we had a whole music review in here this morning, from Tracy Chapman to Fantasia to Loretta Devine,
and we can throw in some of our fellas in there too. Some Donnie.
Definitely some Donnie.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I made some bad rhymes. I acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now. And I'm singing the song.
We're not alone,
though. Java family. And then you go to Luther, big or small Luther. Ooh.
Did you?
A chair is not a chair.
Let me ask you a question.
Think of a chair is not a chair. Then what is it, Luther?
And those songs mean a whole lot. Listen,
Dr. Brandy, is it? We knew the word. Listen, yo, that's some.
We knew the words growing up. But does the words mean those slow jams and R&B songs very different today?
Like, think about that. Like, Yo, a chair ain't a chair. That's some existential
If
stuff.
this world were mine.
Mine. Ow!
Okay, we're getting off of here.
Yo, I'm telling you, you know what we need to do, James? Okay.
What?
So we need to do a Mental Health Monday jams where the whole conversation is just about the songs
That we listen
that
to. We
influence.
got to do that in person because you can't
Yeah.
do that without playing.
I know, right? Because you
And
gotta
it'll
have
kick off.
the song in the background. But no, you think about it, yo, it's just a good vibration. It's just a sweet. I swear, a lot of songs just go through my head right
Okay,
now.
Dr. Brandy, they said you had you was late for a meeting.
I ain't late. My next meeting ain't till 10:30. I know my schedule because look,
UCB on here trying to keep it going so they can get their hour and a half. Jesus.
right?
Nicole said my grandmother used to love it when Luther used to do the shake.
Okay, he do the, and then he go down. He go down with it, and then you got some artists today, like that again for one song,
Ooh,
you be catching it for one song.
whatever.
So somebody that I heard one song and I was like, oh, okay, but then they ain't do nothing. Yeah, and I got time today.
Did Pam just call me out? What's on your playlist? Music
Yo,
Mondays.
my Music Mondays.
She's asking me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What's on your playlist?
I think my number. So I got a whole playlist called Vibes 23. Last year, and I need to update it for 24. But there's nothing but positive music. So I was just being smart. I wasn't really going to answer. Pam was just getting me about. So it's Dr. Brandy. Thank you for the affirmation. Two of the entities I'm working with, and it's a buzz here on social media. People are looking for something to do on Monday evening, so we might have to do a Mental Music Mondays or something like that, and it'd be all about the DJ and songs, requests, whatever. Sing along. Y'all stay tuned for Mental Music Mondays. It that might be dope. Nothing but positive music, sing along, and yeah.
It can. We could throw in a little ratchet now. We could throw in a little ratchet. You
So
need a
Pam,
little. No. But what I'm saying, it can be healthy ratchet. But you need, look, I bust your windows out your car.
out of all the
again,
songs,
and again, we not promoting violence, but that song hit. That song hit, and then
you
I'll
must
bust
have
your
never had all four of your tires
and then
slashed.
and then go to
That's the same
what
as getting your
is
windows busted
love?
out.
And then you go to I hope you dance. I hope
You can't talk about breaking somebody's windows. If you've ever I came home one day and had all four of my tires slashed. And everybody, the first thing everybody said was, "Oh, we know what that is." I was like, so busting windows out the car. Don't Jasmine with job. That's right
my
there.
chant of the islands. Hey, my
Don't play it because they cut us off.
Takule mahi, takule mahi, etu koremata.
We were having technical. Dr. Brandy, get off of here. It is 10 o'clock.
No, but we got to do this. See, I'm like an idea just germinating.
There's talk about doing I'll have to put a playlist together on like Apple Music, Java with Jimmy, Monday, mental something. I don't know. But we definitely going to do something in person. I could sing see a whole sing along like they do. There's this brother that's doing friends. Oh, Dr. Brandy. And you all listening. On the last Sunday of this month, we are having an in-person Sunday Java. More information to come. We are going to go old school. We got musicians coming. We're going to do an old school musician and singer shed. February for Black History Month. February, Jesus Lord. February 25th at 7:30. More information to come about that in person at a church.
I lied to you.
Huh? Would I lie to you?
What? Who that?
Would I lie to you? Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Was it Jermaine Stewart? It wasn't Jermaine. No, not what I. All right, come on, y'all. Y'all been putting all the other answers in here.
Yeah. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, hey, like I said, you need a little ratchet. You need a little ratchet in there.
All right, we're going to get off of here, Jesus. Dr. Brandy, thank you for being Annie Lennox.
Then, you go from my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Nothing compares to you.
Dr. Brandy, we'll see you on Friday. I don't know what y'all done put in Dr. Brandy's Java this morning.
Like I said,
we got a whole
hamster.
Well, we got a whole singer's review and Annie Lennox. That's who it was. What I lied to you, baby. Yes, we are going old school, February 25th. Old school Java, Sunday Java.
Don't hand me the mic, Lord.
You was in the alto section.
Yeah, but if there's if there's real singers, I don't be.
You hear what Real said? Might have to start doing Googles before Mental Music Mondays because he's like, he don't know none of these. I'm not even going to get started, but I'll just say this, that we were at an event.
Well, we can bring out the church.
And New Edition came on, and Real didn't have any idea
who it was. Mr.
Rufus.
Man.
Yo, Rufus was. He did not understand how, and we have not done well at passing on the classics, gospel, R&B, the fighting songs, the civil rights songs. We have not done well at passing on to the next generation. This generation does not know anything about none of this good music. All they got is the sequence tracks and all that other stuff. And so we got to do better at making sure that Dr. Brandy, come in. We got to do better at making sure that they know. All right, we're getting ready to get off of here, everybody. We will see y'all. Dr. Brandy.
Fire and desire.
Have a good day, Dr. Brandy. We'll see you on Friday at 8 o'clock. Well, I'll be there.
You gotta fast.
I'll be there on Wednesday.
I gotta take
All right, Dr. Brandy. See you later. Bye, Dr. Brandy. Lord Jesus, she done got started. All right. Anyway, that was interesting. But yeah, music is such a we have not done well. See, Pam said my son knows it's our job. There's a generation that they don't know, let alone able to appreciate classics and these are, I guess we're getting to a point because there's some that would say that we don't appreciate maybe a classic that was in the 30s. I don't know, but oh God, it's just so hurtful. Because you just assume that they know and you're talking casually and freely, and they're like, we have no point of reference. I told a young person once, not just with music, but with words. I said to one of my young people this summer, I said, I'm pooped. He said, you got to go to the bathroom? No, that means tired. Oh, well, we don't, that's not in our terminology. Anyway, this generation is very different. All right, I'm getting off of here. I listen to Reverend James Cleveland, Mississippi Mass Choir, cleaning on Saturday. That sounds like, well, yeah, that is Saturday, but that sounds like Sunday too. All right, y'all, I'm getting off of here. Pam said, my 12-year-old is going to have to teach you. Lord Jesus, Michelle, this was insightful, energizing Java with Jimmy Fellowship. Absolutely. Folks, tomorrow morning, I believe it is just Jimmy. On Wednesday morning, we have Mayor Michelle Wu. And hold on, I'm getting the schedule right in front of me as we speak. Hold on. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. I think that's next week. All right, this week. The 7th is Mayor Wu. And then on the 8th, which is Thursday, we have Commissioner Ifley, the new Department of Probation Commissioner is coming in on Thursday. And so we have some good stuff lined up for you this week. Next week, we're going to talk about Black love and Black joy. Uncle Thaddeus is coming in. We also have Antonia Hilton, who is a national artist. And then we're looking at a Java After Dark on the 13th, which is Tuesday evening. And then on the 14th, we're talking to a couple of couples about their love. And then on the 15th, just Java. And then on the 16th, we are chatting with Anthony Davis Sr. and Anthony Davis Jr. about father and son love, among men. And so please, and that's going to be at 12 noon on the 16th. The 20, we got a few things coming up. So Auntie Java, Tashad, I'm about to interview her, like, which is I followed her on Instagram. She's lit. And so I got to check out a lot more of her stuff to get ready for it. But speed dating with Java at a y'all don't want me to start talking about dating in Boston. Because the dating pool in this city for me is Elijah. What's up, brother? The dating pool in this city. All right, I'm getting off of here before y'all get me in trouble. We'll be here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We will be here Wednesday with Mayor Michelle Wu at 9 a.m. and we'll be here Thursday with Commissioner Ifley on Thursday at 9 a.m. as well. Next week is Black Love Week. And then the week after that is Black Media Week. We got some folks coming in to talk about perspectives of Black media, the importance of Black media, Black media telling our Black stories first. And I'm just going to leave that right there. And UCB, y'all got it. Look at Ma and Sherry. Look, both of them in sync and ready. They probably texting each other. UCB, y'all get an hour and a half today. Y'all need to donate one of them gift cards to lunch with Java. Don't sound missing. Why your tires get so You know, I never found out who did it. There was a couple. Well, anyway, I'm getting off of here. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you to the folks over on Instagram. Yes, I'm about to rant and go off. I got called out on Instagram. I'm about to get off of here so I don't rant. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Just Java, I believe. And that's it for me. Oh, March 21st through 23rd. Please keep in mind the anniversary. The 23rd is definitely a day party. For the others, the 21st and the 22nd, we'll figure out what we're going to do for the Mother's Board and, you know, all the other folks. But the 23rd, that's the turn up. We're going to celebrate 4 years. Lord have mercy. I just felt that thing. I'm getting off of here. We will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.